Today I'm going to share a simple everyday makeup look using affordable and drugstore products. There are going to be a couple high-end brands in there that I use every single day, but I will show you other drugstore brands that I use as well. Today is Friday, and that's the only day I really have to film, so that's why I have a couple high-end items I'm going to be using, because I have, like for example, concealers that I use during the week that are less expensive, and then on the weekend when I want something more heavy duty, if I have like a long day or something, or I know I'm going out at night, I do tend to use like a more heavy duty concealer that I know is going to last me, but I will show you the products that I use during the week as well if I'm using something different. So as I mentioned, I'm just going to do a simple look that is very easy to recreate, something that I find myself wearing all the time during the weekday, that is simple and doesn't take a lot of time to do, and something that is just like more of a natural everyday look. I already did my foundation because I didn't want this video to be like a half hour, so I prepped with the Maybelline Master Prime Face Studio Blur and Smooth. I use this for the most part every day, Monday through Thursday, I would say, because on Friday I tend to change my makeup routine a little if I know I'm going out at night. So this is what I use for a primer, Maybelline Master Prime Face Studio Blur and Smooth. I know they have one for illuminating and they have a redness one as well, but I love this stuff. I've bought it over and over again. So I started with primer. For a foundation today, I have on the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I'm currently mixing two colors together, Desert Beige, which is a medium dark, and Classic Beige, which is a medium tan. These just seem to be working well together in terms of the color that I have going on right now. I want to say for the most part, this is my most used foundation. It's also $5 maybe, so I have this in a bunch of different colors for the winter and for the summer, and I just really love this as an everyday foundation. Once again, this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. Oh, I already used concealer as well, and I have really dark circles, so for that situation I do tend to have to do a layering routine. What I first apply is the NYX Dark Circle Corrector, NYX Dark Circle Concealer Corrector in Light. So this is the first thing I put under my eyes after applying my foundation. I also want to note that always I do my eyebrows, my eye makeup, then my face makeup. For the sake of this video, I already did the foundation just so it's easier for you guys, but that's usually what I do, is my eye makeup and all that first. So concealer, like I said, I use the NYX Dark Circle Concealer. Right now I do have on the Tarte Shape Tape under my eyes, but during the week I use the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer in beige. I think this is 04. I use that under my eyes, down my nose, and on any blemishes. I also sometimes use the Master Conceal by Maybelline Master Conceal Face Studio. I sometimes use these together under my eyes just because my eyes need really good coverage. And the NYX concealer is good, but this adds a little more creaminess and heaviness to it. If I need to color correct, I use the Essence Color Correcting Stick for the anti-redness for pimples, and I use the Essence Color Correcting Stick on any dark spots I have in my face. I've been using these two things for my daily routine for about a month now. So I highly suggest these if you're looking for affordable color correcting. These are really creamy, they blend out really nice. So we have the foundation, concealer, and then powder and all that stuff. I set my face with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte matte powder. This is something I use almost every day, including the weekends. I just think it's a really good mattifying powder and it lasts really well. Lastly, I did use a high-end product to set my under eyes. This is my Holy Grail translucent powder. And this is a translucent loose setting powder by Laura Mercier. If you're looking for a loose setting powder that is more affordable, I would suggest the e.l.f. High Definition Powder. As I mentioned, I only use loose setting powder under my eyes. Some people prefer to use it on their whole face. This is quite big, But it has a lot of product, and I believe this can come in different colors. This one that I have is sheer, but I think it comes in different colors. But this is a good powder, good affordable loose setting powder. I did prep my eyes already because I'm about to do my brows. I did use my Holy Grail eye primer, which is the MAC Paint Pot and Painterly. If you want an affordable eye primer, I suggest the Essence I Love Color Intensifying Eyeshadow Base. This works really well. It isn't as opaque as the MAC Paint Pot and Painterly, but it does help with intensifying your eyeshadow and helping prevent creasing. You do need to put translucent powder over this once you apply it to your eyelids. Okay, so now let's get into brows. So every day probably for the most part I use the same products. NYX Micro Brow in ash brown is what I use like every day to do my brows. So first, let me put my hair back because I never do my makeup with my hair in my face. I always use like a headband or something to put my hair back. Okay. So as I mentioned, I use the NYX Micro Brow in ash brown. So if I need a quicker look, I would do this alone. Sometimes I use brow powders, but for today and for this easy makeup look, I'm just going to use the NYX Micro Brow. So I wanted to have one done just because I'm trying to not make this a super long video. I'm showing you guys just an everyday look that I do. It doesn't mean you have to do every step in the process. If you don't do your brows, then don't fill in your brows. If you don't want to put, you know, bronzer on, don't put bronzer on. This is just showing you stuff that I do on a regular basis. So I already have this brow filled in. I'm going to fill in this one now. So I did both my brows. Next I'm going to use a highlighting pencil just to highlight around my brows. I always use the Cella Ivory Lace highlighter, but a drugstore version that's pretty good is the Milani Brown Eye highlighters. So I just highlight, like I said, around my brows just to clean them up a little, crisp them up. You can also use concealer. A lot of people use concealer. I just like to use highlighter, and I don't do it after my eye makeup is done. I just do it before. So I do things a little different than other people. It's really whatever works for you. Okay. So after I do that, I start my eye makeup. I'm going to use the Morphe 350 palette to do the eye look, but I am going to show you some other good palettes that have everyday colors. So this is the Morphe 350 palette. As you can see, some of the colors have hit pan because those are the ones I use on an everyday basis. A matte brow shade, a light shade for my eyelid, and I use like a medium matte brown transition shade. Those are like 3 colors I use non-stop. Let's see. So that's what I'm going to use in this tutorial, but I will show you some other palettes that you can get that are affordable and good for everyday color schemes if you're looking for that. This is by ColourPop and it's the Heavy Hitter palette. And it has a good, it has a matte shade, it has a shimmery lid shade, and then it has 2 darker matte shades. This is a good everyday color scheme if you're looking for ColourPop wise. I know they're going to come out with more palettes. They have a ton of single shadows that I highly recommend. So that's the second option. My favorite palette that I own. I'm not using it because some people may think this is expensive because of the shipping and how it's more than the other Morphe palettes. Is the Jaclyn Hill palette. This has been my favorite palette since I got it. I want to say it's my favorite palette out of every one I own, including high-end. I just think it's a great palette that you can create everyday looks, you can create dramatic looks. It's a lot of warm tones, which is something I gravitate towards. So I would suggest this too because they have a lot of warm browns. They have a lot of all these colors right here are really good for everyday. One thing they don't have, which I don't like, is a matte brow shade. I need a matte brow shade in every look that I create for the most part, so that's the only negative to that. One more palette, which I will talk about, that is more high-end but still not super expensive, is the Tarte Don't Quit Your Daydream palette. I don't know if this is still out. It's an Ulta exclusive only palette. It's only $29. Some people may think that's expensive. Ulta does have coupons. They do allow 20% off coupons, and sometimes you can use it on high-end products. You also get points when you have an Ulta Beauty card, so you can get money off if you save your points. I believe I paid like $15 for this because I saved up my points. So this is a great everyday eye palette. I know that they come out with these little square palettes often in different schemes. A lot of them are more neutral tones. So if this is not available on their website, on the Ulta site, I will find something similar to link. So once again, like, this is not super affordable, but $29 to me, I think this is a great palette. But if you have coupons for Ulta and you can use them on the Tarte, or if you have points saved up, you can definitely get this down to a more affordable price. Back into the makeup look. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into this matte bone colored shade for my brows. I'm just taking anything. I just used an e.l.f. contour brush for my brows, but you can use whatever you use for a brow pencil. For highlighting under your brow. Very simple, highlighted under my brow bone. So back to this, after using the matte brow shade, I go in and I apply a transition color to warm up my crease. I'm gonna go into this shade right here. It's almost gone. It's a medium orangey brown matte shade. Very simple. Next, I'm going to go in with another light color for my lid. You can even use the same color that you use on your brow bone. So I'm going to go into this color right next to it. Which is almost like an ivory peachy matte or satin color. So I just prefer, for an everyday look, using a warmer tone in my crease and then a light color on my lid. It's just something I prefer. Sometimes I do an all over color as well, but today for this tutorial this is what I'm showing you. So once I apply the color to my lid, I'm just going to blend it out with a different blending brush that has nothing on it. So that's very simple. Next, I'm going to apply that same warm transition color to my lower lash line. You don't have to do this. Not everyone likes using shadow on their lower lash line. It's just something that I like to do. So I'm going to do that right now. And I'm going to use a pencil brush. Going back into this shade right here. Next, after doing that, I'm going to add a little nude liner to my lower waterline. You can skip this part. I just like to make my eyes look more open, so I always add a nude liner to my waterline. Didn't tell you the name of this. This is the Essence Light Up Your Eyes Inner Rim Eye Pencil in 02 Peachy Day. So it's just really good for lining your waterline if you want a more open-eyed look. Lastly, for my eye look, I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight on my inner corners. I just like to do this once again to just brighten my eyes and just bring attention to my eyes. So I'm just going to use this third color right here. It has a little shimmer to it, so that's why I'm going to use this one. So once again, I'm just gonna use my blending brush to go in and blend things out. So that's all I do for my eyes. Next, I'm gonna do bronzer. So I always use bronzer just because I feel like it just warms up my face. Today I'm gonna use the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder for lighter skin. Another great option is the NYX Matte Bronzer. This is kind of dark. Because I'm getting too light. I have it in medium, so I'm gonna eventually buy this in light, but this is another good option for just an all over face bronzer. I prefer matte. Sometimes I use a satin bronzer, but for the most part I really like matte bronzers. Take any type of brush for bronzing. So I basically do it around, I'm not doing contouring or anything, I'm just kind of warming up my face. I do it on my cheeks, kind of just like a blush almost, but a little more than just where you would focus blush. I do it around my forehead. And I do it on my jawline, and down my front of my nose. Next, I go to blush. So two of everyday blushes that I use a lot are the Essence Satin Touch blush, which is like a peachy coral color, and the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush, which has a little bit of a shimmer, but not really. These are two really affordable blushes. Today, for the sake of this video, I'm going to use the Essence Satin Touch blush in Satin Coral. Another really good affordable blush that I really like is the ColourPop Double Play highlighter and blush duo, and the color is Getting Handsy. This right here, it's a huge pan. This is a really pretty everyday blush color. It's a little less peachy than what I'm wearing right now. It's a little more brown, but it's a great everyday color. This is also a really good everyday highlighter. I don't use highlighter every day, and I'm not going to use it right now, but if you're looking for a good highlighter duo or a highlighter blush duo, this is really good, and this is a very like everyday duo. The colors are Getting Handsy and Patted Down, but yeah, I don't use highlighter every day, and I'm not going to use it in this video. So after this, I just am going to do my mascara. I'll show you a couple really good mascaras. The first is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. I've been really liking this lately. And my two holy grails are the Maybelline Lash Sensational and the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black. So today for this video, I'm going to use the Carbon Black. First, I'm just going to curl my lashes. Now apply it. If you're looking for a primer, this is a really great lengthening mascara though for every day. I don't know about you, but I sometimes get mascara on my lower lash line, so I have to go back and clean it up. So the last thing I do is I just put some brow gel on my brows. So I'm going to be using the Essence Make Me Brow. This is literally my favorite brow gel. It's so good, and it's like $2.99 or something. I love how small the little tip is. It helps with more preciseness when you're trying to, you know, brush your brows in place. If you have a big brush, it kind of sometimes gets onto your makeup and stuff. So I really appreciate how small the brow wand is. So now that my face is done, I will pick a lip color. So I have some colors that I want to share with you. By ColourPop, some really good everyday lipsticks are the matte lippy sticks in Brink. This is like a terracotta matte color. I wear this a ton with this look, like just an easy everyday look. So if you're looking for a more cool toned lip product that is still nude, the Essence Long Lasting Nude Lipstick in Cool Nude 05 is a really good color. I wear this a lot when I'm wearing like taupey shades on my eyes, or like a pink or mauve transition color for everyday look. Another good everyday lipstick from Essence is the Essence Long Lasting Lipstick in Barely There. This is a great effortless everyday lipstick. I've been wearing this a ton with looks. It's like a My Lips But Better color, so this is really good. In terms of liquid lipsticks, two really good everyday look lipsticks that I wear are the Magic Wand in Echo Park. Magic Wand is more of a pinky nude, Echo Park is more of a peachy nude. That's what I'm going to put on today. Lastly, I'm just going to take my hair down and I'm going to use a setting spray. And the affordable setting spray that I use for on a daily basis is the Essence Instant Matte Makeup Setting Spray with Evermatte. The final look. This is just like I said, an everyday makeup look that I kind of gravitate towards. I will link all the products down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, post it down below. If you have any other makeup tutorials, ideas, or things you want to see, you can post that below as well. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. And until next time, thanks guys. Bye.